Hello there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for July 2015. Um, so you have a really great month. I think it kind of matches up nicely for a lot of things that are going, that have been going on with you, and it matches up pretty well with the 3 months reading that I did as well. So that's pretty interesting. The first card you get is the Jack of Clubs. Now I think you're going to be feeling two very, kind of like two different ways, or some of you might be going through transformations this month, and we'll get to that in just a second. But Jack of Clubs is simply you. It's a fire sign who is, you know, who is very positive, who is ambitious. I think you're gonna be feeling very ambitious, like getting things done, and job wise, career wise, business wise. If you have a business, you're gonna be feeling very business like. But this is a card of having fun. I think finally you'll be able to start having fun with friends and things like that. Being more youthful, more playful this month. Has a lighter energy. It's like very free spirited energy. You have a card that represents being a free spirit coming up. So I think you'll be feeling that this month. You'll be feeling very free spirited, like you just want to have fun and things like that. But I also think there's a serious side to you this month as well, which is great. It's a good mix. The next card you have is the Eight of Diamonds, which is a great card. It represents things coming to you that you've worked for, and it represents, an exchange of energy as well. It's a card of success. It does represent new things coming into your life. Like I said, these would be things that you worked for, because it represents an exchange of energy. You putting out energy, getting energy back. So, it can be a new job and a new house. It can be a promotion, and it can be even, taking a trip, going on vacation, things like that. And it can also be very simple, just like a better changes in your relationships with people, your loved ones, small changes as well. I think you'll be feeling multiple changes this month. I don't think it's just going to be one, but like I said, probably a lot of you are going through some major changes with job, career, business, anything like that. But like I said, it's earned. This is something that you had to put energy out. It's kind of like, it's been going on for a lot of people. It's not unique to your sign that for a long time, a lot of signs have been putting out energy, but it just seems like one direction. It's like you just put it out and it hasn't been coming back. But this card represents that all that energy you've been putting out there to get a new job or to change your situation is finally going to come back this month, bring about the positive changes that you would like to see. And that's all good stuff. And I'm sorry if you're hearing noise. My dog, she's very small, so you cannot see her right now, but she's making a lot of noises back there, so I do apologize. But this next card you have is the King of Clubs. It's the higher vibration of the Jack of Clubs. Like I said, I think you're going to be feeling two kind of different ways. I think you're going to be wanting to have fun and all that. That's the Jack energy. The Jack is more youthful, more playful, wants to have some more fun, wants to go out and do things. And like I said, just be playful. This guy is he's a little more serious, but he's very ambitious, and it's like you seeing what you need to do to get to where you want to go is kind of what this card is like. It's like, one thing that I'm picking up on this month is that you really want to have more of a sense of freedom for a good portion of you, I would say. Want to be feeling a little more free, want things to kind of flow a little bit better in your life than they have been for a long time. He's clubs. Clubs represent the brain. Clubs cards also represent intuition, which also has to do with your brain. So I think that you see where you want to go. A lot of signs, like I say, I kind of feel like a broken record and have for a couple months because all the messages kind of are mixing together. But, I think you see now where you want to go. This guy sees it, a Jack. He also sees it. But this guy is just a little bit more serious. He's a little bit more ambitious. He's just better at going for it and doing what he needs to do to get to where he wants to go and get to where he wants to be. But like I said, you're going to be feeling the two energies. So I think you're going to be playful, but also very serious when it comes to business, job, your relationships, even making your relationships better in life and all of that. It will get better. The next card you have is the Five of Spades. This is that card I was talking about. It represents, it usually shows up for people who are free spirits. On one side of the coin, this card does represent obstacles that are like, that happen to you, but they always, it's like a blessing in disguise. That's the traditional meaning of this card, is that, it's something that happens to you. You think it's negative at a time, but then moving forward, you see that it was a blessing in disguise. It actually saved you. Something happens and it saved you, some major headache. It's like a spiritual flat tire. It's like, you're driving down the road, you get a flat tire, and, you're all angry and stuff because you have the flat tire, but then you find out maybe that there was a massive, 20-car pileup that you could have been involved in if you didn't have that flat tire. That is this card in a nutshell. That's what it means. On the other side, though, like I said, people who get this card, it's a very free-spirited energy. All these cards, like I say, I don't like people when they are reading cards and they're so negative and they only have negative meanings. Cards, they don't have feelings. They're just cards, number one. But they're not positive or negative. They can mean so many different things. That's why, also I like to read cards more loosely and use intuition rather than just what traditional meanings are. But like, moving past all that, this is a card of being a free spirit, and wanting freedom. That seems to be a big theme for you this month, like wanting that true freedom. And that means something different for everybody. But for a lot of people, it means, like not having to worry about bills, just being able to pay them. Not having to worry about, when the next check is going to come. Just being able to, have money and not have to worry about anything. And it's not even like, it's not even like being a millionaire or anything like that. It's just entering into a nice flow is what really seems to be your overarching message this month. Is that's what you want. That's maybe what you've been working for a really long time. You've been trying to get into some sort of really nice flow in your life and everything. Love, relationships, spirituality, your entire life, and you're trying to get it all to come together. Finally, to wrap up your reading, you have the Four of Hearts. I really love this card. It represents, like most fours, it represents your home and the feelings, not your actual physical home, but the feelings you get when you are home. So safety, security, comfort, protection, all those feelings are kind of like feelings that you will be feeling this month. You'll be feeling comfortable, safe, secure, and probably pretty stable. Like I said, I think Aries seems to have been working for some, stability for some time here, just judging by looking at this. And I think that stability is finally coming in for you. This card also represents traveling, new stuff coming into your life, moving, getting a new house, new apartment, things like that. It can represent all of, anything new that has to do with money and getting a new house, or even new relationships as well. It doesn't seem to be a very relationship heavy reading. I would say that that's a good and a bad thing, I'm sure, for some of you, because if you're not in a relationship, you probably are like, oh great, another month not being in a relationship. And if you are in a relationship, it's just gonna be stable, nothing too crazy. But the thing about this card is, if you're wondering how you can start a relationship this month, if you're not in one, even though it's not showing up in the reading, you can always change, anything at any given moment. This card says, get out of your house. And I think I've said this to you before. It's quite possible in a past reading. I've said it to a couple signs. I think you might be one of them, where it's like, to kind of get into a relationship this month and to ramp up that relationship energy, it's like you need to get out, you need to go on dates, you need to go try to meet people, and then the relationship could come. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a great July.